My name is Rob Lopicola. I was gruelingly addicted to dating apps, cybersex, sexting, and anonymous hookups for years. Apps like Grindr and dating sites like Adam for Adam, Manhunt, and Craigslist captivated me. My pattern of sex addiction took away my life that I once lived. I fell hard into the darkness of sex addiction in a crooked lifestyle. I have, however, risen from the ashes and recreated a life today of health, success, and real happiness. Today, I help successful, ambitious men who are putting their career, marriage, and social status at risk because of their porn and sex addiction go from out-of-control behavior, isolation, shame, and guilt to a significantly improved level of mental and physical health, financial and professional security, and sustainable, authentic relationships so that they can thrive as extraordinary individuals. Basically, I take them from where they are now to a place of power and strength. When I was deeply entrenched in the dark energy of my sex addiction, I was unable to see myself living life any other way. The addiction felt as or more intense for me than the need for air to survive. I risked my career, social status, financial security, and reputation for years until finally my addiction poisoned all areas of my life. I was a local NBC weatherman star of sorts, but I was disgraced by my cybersex fantasy and sexting addiction when I unknowingly had a sexually charged conversation with a 15-year-old teenager who lied about his age on an adult dating site. Although we never met nor exchanged pictures, the conversation was enough to disgrace my name and put me behind bars. I am not alone, however. Studies have shown that 50% of 14 to 17-year-old bi and gay teenagers pose as adults on Grindr and are meeting older men for sex. Addiction to dating apps such as Grindr is putting men at risk of having sex with minors, which are felonies for over 10 years in prison. Grindr is highly addictive and not only putting men at risk with minors, and minors may be unknowingly putting themselves in dangerous situations, the addiction to Grindr itself is leading many men to mental health problems. Studies have shown that most men go on Grindr for casual hookups to escape anxiety and depression. The action of clicking on Grindr combined with the reward of the sexual encounter makes a man want to do it over and over again. This causes pleasure areas of the brain to activate, creating patterns that are terrifyingly similar to those found in the brains of those addicted to heroin and cocaine. When a man meets another man on Grindr and they have casual sex, many men feel guilty about the encounter and hours invested on Grindr that they feel more depressed, lonely, and anxious, and continue using the app for their next encounter so that they feel better. Many men will invest many hours staying up all night, spending all day for that one encounter that'll take away their loneliness, pain, depression, or anxiety. It is amazing how many hours a man will invest on Grindr and yet find one hookup, maybe two, after dozens of hours invested. Additionally, the sexually charged conversations lead to an addiction to sexual fantasy and sexting and cybersex. This type of addiction stunts the brain's ability to form healthy sexual intimacy and healthy bonding with dating partners. The use of Grindr is addictive, so it is likely anyone you meet on Grindr is likely addicted to it and unlikely to stay off the app for any lengthy period of time. The use of Grindr reinforces detached sexual fantasy and creates sexual intimacy disorders. There is a tremendous amount of secrecy for the Grindr user as to how many hours he is using the app, the type of conversations he is having, and other users in the mutually created fantasy world. The massive amount of pictures exchanged that many men regret later, and the fact that he likely has several personas with various different men on the app. Also, the amount of drug users on the site partying and playing and looking for men to hang out with some other friends and have Tina involved. The chance of you, especially the younger and more vulnerable users, to experiment with drugs when they meet other men getting high at their homes is increasingly significant. Crystal meth is rampant on the site, and using Grindr plays a role for meth users to continue using. Casual encounters with drugs leads to unsafe sex and STDs, such as herpes, HIV, gonorrhea, chlamydia, warts, and others. Gonococcal infection is becoming increasingly common. This is gonorrhea of the throat. Poppers is another factor many men use on Grindr. Men are inhaling this chemical while on the app hunting for other men and engaging in egregious cybersex. I was addicted to Grindr, methamphetamine, and poppers for years. It destroyed me. I was living in the cycle of loneliness, depression, anxiety, stress, regret, guilt, and shame for years. I learned, practiced, and mastered the strategies needed to free myself from this terrible darkness. I am no longer addicted to any of these. I am a healthy, thriving individual today, and I could not be happier. I'm so grateful to experience the freedom to be present, feel love, and feel loved, to self-nurture and create my days so they're filled with enjoying nature, friends, family, social activities, the gym, helping others, as well as good night sleeps and afternoon naps, and playing with my dog Blaze. I would never refund my life today for the days of Grindr, exchanging graphic pictures with strangers, having degrading and sexually charged conversation with whoever I was hoping was on the other side of that conversation, and hours upon hours hunting for my next fix, losing precious time. Are you done? Are you ready for change? And if you are, you're in the right place.
If you want more information or transformation, please subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, hit the bell so you get notified every single time I post a new video. I have a free ebook for you on my website, and I have a 10-step strategy session to help you eradicate yourself from sex addiction. I'll have the links below for you to get both of those on my website. I am so happy you were here today, and I hope you come back again next Tuesday. You be well.